Why is Black women's beauty so intimidating? So check this out. For a lifetime, Black women, we have been notorious for being the bottom of the barrel. We have been notorious for being the woman who is the most quote unquote undesirable, not only within our beauty standards, but undesirable as a whole, as an individual. So although our beauty has been targeted for a lifetime, not only from outsiders, but also from our own male Black counterparts, Black women have still found the willpower to embrace our natural beauty despite the criticism and envy that we face from others. So this contributes to us embracing the natural state of our hair by wearing it out without shame. This contributes to us embracing the melanin God has gifted us with, no matter the shade that you may fall into. This contributes to how we decide to express ourselves within what we wear and how we wear it. So although some Black women still have yet to accept and embrace their natural beauty, there is a great amount of Black women who are accepting their natural roots while simultaneously diving into their full potential state of beauty. Now, while this may be positive for Black women as a whole, it seems to be that this is a negative for those who become uncomfortable viewing a Black woman in the best version of herself, which is like embracing who she is, loving who she is, expressing what and who she is, and furthermore. So what may be the underlying causes of this? And what may be the cherry on top that seems to make people very uncomfortable when it comes to viewing a Black woman and the greatest version of herself? So without further ado, let's dive straight into the discussion.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
See, hoes don't like me.
Hey guys, we are about to be reacting to this very second video, and this one says white women are no longer the beauty standard. And I want to react to this video because I actually just seen a couple of videos, or I was watching a couple of videos as to where I guess there was like this challenge online as to where white women are comparing their 50 to Black women 50.
To jump on the trend of the 50-year-old sharing their "this is me, 54, no filters." I usually use a filter because I have posted without filters, and I get very, very rude and negative comments because people don't know me and they don't understand. You guys see a very small glimpse of my life, and
Black women, stay out of it. Stay out of the "this is what 50 looks like" challenge. It's not for us, guys, okay? Let's let the other people have it. And while we're at it, make sure you're using your Black girl sunscreen.
I don't even know why there's a comparison. I'm not really trying to lie. I'm really not, but I'm gonna watch this video because I wanna know what's in this video.
White women are no longer the beauty standard. White women are no longer the beauty standard. If we're going to dismantle white supremacy, we gotta start there. Because the white man has made himself God, Jesus, and that he made the white woman the ideal woman. White women, you have been put up on a pedestal that you did not earn. You have been put in a position that we are all supposed to aspire to be for no fucking reason. And that is why our society is the way it is right now. Estee Lauder, white women are no longer the beauty standard. L'Oreal, white women are no longer the beauty standard. Maybelline, white women are no longer the beauty standard. CoverGirl, white women are no longer the beauty standard. Find other people with better stories. Find other people.
Before we continue, I want to say that this lady got a lot of backlash because of this video. And the surprising thing is that a lot of the comments and videos and replies are coming from Black men telling her to go and off her wig before she can challenge white women in terms of beauty. And I was shocked.
Why is it that, bro, I'm telling you, the biggest people that are racist towards Black women are Black men. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care what you say. It's like anytime we have a political argument, they always trying to attack our hair. I kid you not. I kid you not. They're always trying to attack a wig. It don't even matter if you wear wigs or not. I don't even got nothing to say about that. I just find it very funny that those are the people. Black men are the ones who are defending or who are against what it is that she's saying, instead of agreeing with her. We have the same phenotype, okay?
They don't
They do call it fake. You know how like some people project a certain tone of a black woman? Like they believe that all black women speak a certain type of way due to the fact of them being black. However, when they come across a certain black woman who does not speak in the tone in which they believe that we should, they speak in a more formal tone, and what like people like to say, oh, why are you trying to sound white, or you know, whatever the case may be, they think that you're faking. They think that that's an act. When it's like, damn, I've met people in real life, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've met certain women in real life where they have the most softest tones, or they have the most formal rhetoric, just a formal way of speaking. And at first, I'm not even gonna lie, I would think to myself like, oh, look at my cat, y'all. She's so cute. She's just sitting there. Anyway, so like at first I would think to myself like, okay, is that her real voice, or is that like, do she really talk like that? And when I further got to know these people or hang around these people, I started to learn that no, that is really the actual tone of her voice. No one is faking to sound soft toned. You have real people in real life who are soft-spoken like that. Like they just have a soft-spoken tone of voice.
And it was a struggle. I even needed my daughter to freaking help me get all my hair up under here. But after this first night,
I actually have people who just, they have a alternative way of speaking. Like they just sound more formal when they talk. They don't always sound just the stereotypical way or the way in which you think all black women speak. Do you understand what I'm saying? So whenever a person come across as someone with a soft-spoken tone that is actually real, they start to ask, is that real, or is she faking that? Where's your real voice? Use your real voice. But the whole time, there's nothing fake and there's nothing performative. But the fact that you're black, for some reason, they feel like you should be exempt from those characteristics.
Live with grace. They just never imagined that we do it without permission. When we're soft, they say we're weak. When we're selective, they call us cold. When we show up in luxury, they tell us we're trying to be white. No, we're just remembering who we are. Because class on a black woman, it's rhythm, it's ancestral, it's gold hoops and glossy lips. It's discernment. It's the ability to sit in silence and still own the room. They fear us because we don't have to be loud to be seen. We don't have to explain ourselves to be respected. We are not palatable. We are powerful. So when they say, who does she think she is? The answer is simple. Who I was born to be. This isn't about being classy. It's about being free. And that's threatening. Because society profits only when we see ourselves through survival. When we're strong but never soft, bold but never quiet, visible but never valued. So when we choose softness, class, elegance, it's not just style, it's rebellion. You're not too much. You're finally becoming uncontainable. And that's exactly why they don't want you to become her. But do it anyway.
Damn.
Crazy how people on the internet
That was well spoken. On my mama, that was well spoken.
will try to make black women feel ashamed for features that people pay for now, for features that other people want. The amount of comments that I get talking about my full lips and why do I overline them? Why do I want them to look fuller and juicier? Why am I using a plumping oil? It might come as a shock to you guys. It's because I want to. Oh no. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I get into this video, I would like to make a disclaimer. This video does not target any woman of any race, and also is not a hate video to white women. I love white women. I follow a lot of them. If there are people who have inspired me or people who I learned from in this life that have shaped my life, a lot of them are not actually from Africa. A lot of them are from America, white Americans, black Americans, because I started my content creating career as a K-pop fan. That being said, let's get into this video. So guys, I wanted to bring this video to you guys because this is so very important to me as a black woman, because I have seen a lot of times people try to put black women down. Each and every time we are talking about beautiful or classy black women, a lot of people will be in the comment section and be like, okay, off your wig,
I just said the same thing. That's their first rebuttal. They can never rebuttal anything with facts, anything factual, anything knowledgeable. That's the first thing they're going to say. Come after your wig. Come after your looks. Come after your makeup. That's the first thing that they're going to do is try to come after a wig. Why do you put so much power in that wig? Why? Y'all, let me tell y'all. I made a comment on Everything I Love. I made a comment on that video that I made, that I reacted to not too long ago, right? It was this dude that was saying, he had said something. He said something, and I commented to his. I'm like, bro, don't nobody give a fuck about what you said, nigga. Don't nobody, after he said something, he made a comment saying something like, women should be doing this. He said, women belong in the kitchen. I said what I said. I said, boy, don't nobody give a fuck what you said. The fuck? And then I said some more shit. And then he was like, well, clearly you did, since she responded. And then said something about, go take off your wig and then remove the glue or some shit like that. And don't respond to me or some shit like that. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I went straight clean ham on this nigga. This nigga couldn't even respond back. He couldn't, because I'm talking about, I was going in on this nigga. Because that was like, you are exposing yourself, okay? You went to my page. There's no wig that I even have the fuck on, and there's no glue that needs to be fixed. That's going to show that your internalized self-hatred that you have for women of color. Not just black women, for women of color. Because instead of actually rebutting in regards to the actual topic of what the fuck we're talking about, which is a post, why the fuck did you decide to attack me in regards to my looks, which is a wig that I don't even fucking have on? That's the first thing that man went to go say, your wig. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This shit is weird, G. I just want to know, why do they put so much significance on that wig?
In that wig.
Like, oh my God.
I have also seen this a lot from black women to black women. I have seen this a lot when some African women want to shade like women from Nigeria. They will always tell us that you guys wear a lot of makeup, you wear a lot of wig. You should first of all off your wig, off your this one. That some particular group of African women are always natural. Oh guys, I think I digress. Let's talk about beauty standards.
This is very beautiful. This is so, oh my God. This bitch looks like a fucking Barbie. Oh my God, she's so droppy and gorgeous. Like, do you see? She don't even look real. All you would do is look at her. I wouldn't even be able to see anything or anyone else except for her. Oh my God.
In 2025. And if we are going to hit on the first video that we just watched, personally, I do not believe that white women are no longer the beauty standard.
They're looking at her.
Beauty
Do you
standard
see he's looking at her?
on race and
Oh
also
my God.
on individual. Previously, white women were actually the beauty standard. If you want to do anything, you look up to white women, the way they dress, the way they are doing things. But currently, beauty standard does not rest on white women. Example of what I'm saying is, let me say as a black woman right now, if you want to shake how to dress or how to do makeup or how to do anything pertaining beauty, naturally you're not going to look for white woman or Asian woman to look up to.
Right.
See the way they are doing things. You will naturally go to look for black women.
That is so true. So when we get online and when we're looking for hairstyles, we're never going to look up hairstyles done by white women. No, we have to purposely put black people right next to it. Black people. Whenever we're looking up something, we have to put black at the end of it, because we're not trying to see what the white folks is doing. We're not trying to emulate what they're doing. We don't want what they're doing.
I also feel like the reason why beauty standards have left white community to be like every race, you guys have your own beauty standard, is because internet have become a big thing. You know, previously everything lied on Hollywood. If you want to see anything beauty, you go through Hollywood. What Hollywood define as beauty is what the world basically define as beauty. But right now, a lot of things
Okay, I'm done. I don't really feel the need to keep reacting to this video. Okay, but I do have some things that I want to say. I got some things that I want to say. Because initially I was naming this video, or I made some notes, right? And what I titled this video is, why is Black women's beauty so intimidating? I want to give you guys this scenario, right? So there was this time, this was actually just recent. I went out to Walmart and I was just, regularly shopping. I was getting some things or whatever. And my attire, I'm going to try to go ahead and incorporate that into the video, but I basically had like my muumuu on, like my African muumuu on. I did have my hair up. I had my hair up in a puff. I had on my jewelry, my accessories, and my muumuu was very long to my feet. I did have my wedges on. I looked very stunning. I'm not gonna lie, like I did look very good. And for some reason, whenever I have certain type of muumuus on, it anoints me. So it literally, and I will explain that a little bit later, but with certain type of muumuus on and I'm out in public, it literally, it further, I can't explain it, guys, but it literally, like the muumuus literally anoint me. I don't know how to explain that, but they anoint me, right? So walking in there, I was very, very anointed. So I'm walking like as a very still but normal being, right? So as I'm walking, I come across this white man, and he's very respectful. He sees me, he actually stops walking, and he just let me walk in front of him to like go in line and check my stuff out. So, and that was just out of respect. It's just like, I don't know, when he seen me, the way that he reacted was just respect. Like he had, like it was like due for him to give me respect. Okay, boom, keep that in mind. Then I go into the line. I promise to God, it was, when you go into Walmart and then there is the like self-checkout, depending on what type of Walmart you at. But in my Walmart, the self-checkout, there's a whole like circle, and there's different cashiers. So when you go and check out, girl, I'm going to one of the cashiers. I swear to God, all eyes are on me. That's number one. All eyes. The Walmart cashier, eyes on me. People who was supposed to be cashing out their stuff, eyes on me. Okay, but I just like, I ignored it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of ignored it. I just act normal, whatever. Finish checking out, right? Then I'm about to leave. As I leave, there is this family of three. There's a white mom, there is a little white girl child, and then there is a mixed girl. She seems like she could have been like in her mid-teens or something like that, right? So the mom, she's normal. She tried to act like she didn't even see me, which is fine, okay? Then the child, you know how, kids are. The little girl completely gave me full attention, full acknowledgement, like that's typically what kids would do. She looked at me, she would not look back. Like she looked at me in full amazement. Cool, that's normal. The mixed girl, okay? The mixed girl. She looked at me, I promise you guys, when I tell you, she was so uncomfortable. And the girl was beautiful. That mixed girl, she was cute. She had her hair up in her bun. She had on like some booty shorts and her little pink tank top or whatever. And girl, when I came around, girl, and this I knew she was pressed. She kind of like was like fixing up her shorts. She was like fixing up her shorts or whatever, walking out with her little white man knee, whatever. Trying to act like she was not pressed. Girl, when I tell you she was pressed, like she was pressed. And the only thing that I could think of is like, obviously, I'm a Black woman. I'm beautiful, I'm confident. And the muumuu that I had on, it had another Black woman on it. Like it was very like evident of like my representation, that I screamed Black woman, okay? So after then, and then as far as like the anointing thing, I went to the laundromat later on that day. And when I'm leaving the laundromat, there's this Black woman. She walks out and she told me, she said, "Young lady, I just wanted to let you know that you look so beautiful in your dress and you look very, very anointed." She said the same exact thing. She said, you look so heightened, so anointed, so just whatever. And I was like, wow, like thank you very much. I really appreciate that. When I'm standing outside and I have my muumuu on, it moves. It moves like how the waves move in the ocean. It moves how the waves move on the ocean, and I'm sitting there, and I'm gonna see if I can incorporate a video, but I can feel it. I could feel the anointing. That's why I love wearing my muumuus. It feels really, really good wearing it, especially when I wear certain ones, the ones that like flare all the way down to my feet. I love it. Like I just love it, and I feel anointed. I could feel the anointing on me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so sorry about that, you guys. I had a slight interruption. But anyway, as I was saying, y'all, I just felt like, you know, the girl, you know, she was really, really pressed. And my attire, it was very evident on what it is I represented, who I am, etc. Right? So there's a few pointers, a few things that I wanted to note out, like considering that scenario, right? So number one, when a Black woman shows up in the full version of herself, I genuinely believe that it screams respect. That's why the white man was bound to treat me the way that he did, naturally, without us having to share words. It screams respect. When we show up as the full best version of ourselves, people, I don't know, they just feel bound to show respect, to give respect to us. And I also feel like there is a spiritual aspect to that. Number two, my second point, undeniable beauty. Undeniable beauty, okay? So when Black women show up as the best version of ourselves, there is no question that the beauty is evident, okay? Our beauty starts to become undeniable to the point where people can't deny it, or else it will start to reflect back on them, okay? It will start to look like they are hating, okay? That's why the mixed girl was a bit pressed, because my beauty was undeniable. Despite the fact that she has a white mother, and a lot of mixed people like to use white people as a form of their own validation, that rubbed her the wrong way to see a full Black woman accepting who she is, loving who she is, and standing in that and being fully beautiful in that, like fully beautiful. And I hate to say it, sometimes when we step out as the best version of ourselves, we look better than most of the, God, is that wrong to say? I do not want to say that. I already said it. That's wrong. Is that wrong? I mean, that's just my perspective. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. Because when I see Black women step out and we put that shit on, it's like, oh my God, all I can see is a goddess. That's all I can see. That's all I can see. And I'm not even trying to sound like, no, I'm serious. I don't look at other women like that. Some I might. But like when I see melanin and I see Black woman and oh my God, it's like I'm looking at a goddess. And I can't stop saying, oh my God. And I'm not just saying that because I'm Black. Just like how I just seen that Black model, all I can say is, oh my God, the beauty is undeniable. I can't argue. That's all I can say. Okay, my next point. Black women's beauty is creative, okay? So this is a huge problem. This is a huge problem for a lot of people, especially white people. Number one, why is this a problem? Black women's beauty being creative is a problem because creativity is, number one, is hard to steal and it's hard to mimic, okay? So creativity is divine. Why is it divine? It's divine because it's gifted from the Most High. That is a gift that we are gifted with that no one can take from us. So therefore, that's a gift that starts to become envied. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, boom. Creativity also shows signs of personality, expression, and resilience. That is what is shown through a Black woman's beauty without her having to say anything, and which then provokes a form of intimidation. So that kind of explains what we just saw in the video. Without us having to say anything, the way in which we show up for ourselves says it all. It says enough. And that right there is a silent form of confidence, which then provokes intimidation. And that is something that I also wanted to add into this video. That is what adds on, that is the cherry on top. Okay, because without confidence, people are still able to have some type of leverage over the Black woman. But when a Black woman is truly who she is and she stands in that and with confidence, something that a lot of people fail to exude, she then becomes a quadruple threat. she then becomes a quadruple threat. And this is why black women are despised, and the despisement is never going to go away. And I'm going to speak about this in another video because there's a spiritual aspect to this, okay? There's a spiritual aspect as to why black women are so hated, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. And I'm going to talk about this in another video as to why the hatred for black women will never come to a halt. It will continue for a lifetime, okay? I know words are very, very powerful, okay? But understand, I'm very aware of what it is that I'm talking about, because I'm very, very aware of what a black woman is, which is me, of what the black woman is and what power we exude. And that is why we are going to continue to be hated for a lifetime, because the black woman cannot be destroyed. We have, number one, we can give life, diversified life, that's also envied upon, because you have certain women who want to create certain offspring, but because of their phenotype, because of their DNA, they're not able to do so. But with a black woman, the scenario is different. We are able to create diversified life. But they're here, look, I'm not trying to overextend this video or put too many points in this video. There's a reason why we're hated, okay? People are not going to hate something that's nothing. They hate you because you're something. Understand that. That's why I say black women are going to continue to be hated for a lifetime, okay? It's because we cannot be destroyed, okay? Our existence is a problem. Period. So that's all I have to say in this video. I have content that I have edited and that I have uploaded to Patreon. I will go ahead and I will leave it up here for you guys to go ahead and tap into. So for those who want to see more of the behind the scenes of my life, and also for those who find themselves being very nosy, you know, and you just want to pry, you can't even help but to pry in on the behind the scenes of my life because you have no life of your own, this is the opportunity for you to go ahead and join that membership, bitch. Go ahead and join that membership. However, if you just, you know, concerned about who I am, what it is that I actually go through on a day-to-day basis, which then falls behind the talking points and what it is that I come and I talk about publicly on YouTube with you guys, you want to go ahead and you want to see the back ends as to how I know all the information that I know, how I alchemize, how I create magic, how I do this shit, how I'm a resilient being, how I gain confidence, how I am confident, how I read people. Go ahead, click that membership, bitch. Click that membership, and that's it. That's all I have to say in this video. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Deuces.
It's not clocking to that I'm standing on business, is it?
See, hoes don't like me.